I had zero money. My mom was helping me with money. I had a whole product list that I was ready to launch. 2 months to make it happen with the borrowed money I had for rent and stuff. Then I was telling him on the phone and he says, why don't we just do it together? We were doing good results in the beginning, like getting some purchases in. There's a cap like to what I understand and where I can help. So like I'm spending 100, 200, 300 euros on ads and you think, whoa, we had to like go with a mentorship.
In the wrong way, wrong market, wrong strategy, wrong approach.
Last month we just did 185K in the same store, and this month we're on track to hit at least 300.
Wow.
The first product that we launched, this is the one we're still running to this day, pretty much the same store.
We found a thing that...
Because where are you selling right now?
I want to turn this into a global store. The biggest goal I think is hitting 1 million a month. Someone watching this in the beginning is getting overwhelmed by what he hears from us. That's what we feel when we hear it from you. So I think the thing is just...
I want to pause for a second just to clarify something. The guys in this interview began with nothing more than a laptop, confusion, and a lot of wrong attempts. I've watched people stay stuck for years doing random things. And I've seen others compress this phase into weeks simply because they followed a clear system instead of guessing. That same process took me from zero to building a fashion brand to over $40 million a year. If you want to understand what that first phase actually looks like, I have a free video where I break down everything step by step. It's visible for a limited time, so use the QR code on the screen or visit the link below. Back to the interview. Yes, guys, welcome to another interview here live on the Millionaire Commerce channel. I'm two with very amazing clients who came all the way from Bulgaria, not for no reason. They have done great results this year. Just a year ago, they weren't even into e-com. So yeah, with that said, how are you guys doing?
Thank you for having us. First of all, we're doing good.
Yeah, also from my side, thanks for the invitation. We're quite impressed from where we're at the moment, so thanks.
Can both of you guys introduce yourself?
My name is Andre. I'm 25 from Bulgaria.
Both of us from Bulgaria. My name is Kamen. I'm also 25.
When did for each of you this seed get planted of, okay, I want to make money or I want to become an entrepreneur, or did this come much later down the line?
I think we've always had it, to be honest. But
yeah, exactly.
Really? Okay.
Exactly. For me particularly, the turning point was the coronavirus, because it literally altered the way I ordered my priorities, because we had to move from Austria to Bulgaria. Together with a friend of mine, we went to a festival where we invested a lump sum, so to say, to enter and to have the right to sell different goods in the festival. And we lost a very, very big amount of money there, because maybe the whole project wasn't realized as we expected. And this was the turning point from me, because I had to so to say, to give back the money from where we borrowed it.
So what type of business was this?
Yeah, it was some kind of a venue management,
Okay.
so to say. And we were, so to say, dependent on how much people would enter the festival. The festival wasn't, so to say, marketed as necessary and marketed enough or marketed strong enough as necessary, and this just given
So you didn't sell enough tickets?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because the event space it's not an easy one. Yeah. So were you guys together?
At that time we weren't together.
coronavirus, I was still in university. My program was a bit different because it was 1 year studying in a different place. Every year it was first year in France, then it was LA. We couldn't go because of COVID. Yeah, around COVID, I started also looking at a lot of drop shipping videos. It starts coming up, of course, because people have more free time. So it did plant a seed in my head about what I would like to do in the future. I tried it once, but of course, no knowledge, no expertise. You can only imagine what the store looked like and how many sales I got.
Walk me through the moment that you guys decide to start e-com together, or how did this whole thing came about?
It was around exactly maybe this time last year. I had zero money. My mom was helping me with money. It was a very, very shit situation. So I really wanted to start into something new. I already had watched a lot of videos, from your side. I knew that I wanted to do like serious ecom. Yeah, so I also had the exact plan of, what I'm going to do. I had a whole product list that I was ready to launch, research done beforehand. And I was just looking for to borrow the money from somewhere in the beginning, from family to start. Didn't work out, and I was telling him on the phone, and he says, why don't we just do it together?
Yeah.
But I don't understand anything from computers, this and that. Is exactly what they said. It's exactly what I said. No worries, I'll teach you. We'll do it together, and yeah, uh, from there we started. It was different in the beginning, but in my position, I had pretty much 2 months to make it happen with the borrowed money I had for rent and stuff. So I wanted to do it in the most risk-free way, in the most intelligent way possible. Yeah, and it worked out. So I'm happy with that.
So you were in directly when you hit it, or because did you hear ecom from him first time, or you were already?
100% from him. The label ecom, yeah, was I was familiar with it, but nothing. Just very very superficial vision I had at that time. Yeah, and from my perspective, we just launched a shisha bar together with a group of friends of mine. I was, so to say, overwhelmed because the tasks there are, they require that you're personally involved in every detail that's happening at the particular moment in the shisha bar, because somehow you should market it, somehow you should accommodate the audience, somehow you should give them the prerequisites needed to stay in the shisha bar, because just around the corner there are maybe 6 other shisha bars in this place in Sofia, in the capital that we were located at that point. And this suggestion from him was um, very, it was unique, with the opportunity that you can be in several places at once. You can try to manage processes that um, you, for example, saw only at the television, only in YouTube, you just only imagine. It was very, the distance between you at that particular time, with no vision about ecom, and just 3 to 4 steps ahead, communicating with suppliers, choosing the right product, choosing the right price structure, choosing the right offer, and so on. The distance was pretty close, and yeah, it was kind of attractive in another way for me.
Yeah, because it's very very different than running a shisha bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No touching points, absolutely no human factor here, which was the very very new thing to me, because the one and only thing I was, so to say, experienced in was um so to say, managing human potential, constantly communicating with staff, trying to push out their potential and implement in the activity you're in at that particular moment, and this was very different.
So when came the moment you guys decided to invest in the Millionaire Commerce Coaching?
I knew from the beginning we were going to invest. Even like when we started getting some purchases in, looking at you, looking what other people are doing, clients from before, I knew there was huge potential. And yeah, I knew that although we were doing good results in the beginning, like getting some purchases in, there's a cap like to what I understand and where I can help. So I knew that once we had momentum, we had to like go with a mentorship.
Yeah, but that's the best thing. It's a shortcut, you know. And also, what I like about you guys is that you guys already realized this very early on, you know, because you basically did yourself a favor. Because many people, they first think, let me try all myself, or they maybe have their ego up, like, nah, I don't need that, or why would I? No, I'm not gonna do that. But bro, nowadays, especially with ecom, if you have the right direction, you can just focus on the right things instead of you wasting a lot of time on creating a full store in the wrong way, wrong market, wrong strategy, wrong approach, you know. So this was really yeah, it's the best thing. If even me, if I look back at myself, my own journey, I wish I invested sooner and more. I would have been way further. Even now, I think I need to invest more, you know. And
Really makes sense.
Yeah.
Also in the beginning, you know, when you're spending money and you translate it into like the real life equivalent, like I'm spending 100, 200, 300 euros on ads, and you think, whoa, this buys me this and that.
Yeah.
And you tend to be scared from it, you know. And when you have no one else to talk to that does this thing, it gets a little bit.
So walk me through the beginning of the coaching. You guys come in the Millionaire Commerce. How did it go for you guys? The first month, second month, third month.
We knew from the start that we wanted to push the branding side of things, because we started with one product. It was the first product that we launched. This is the one we're still running to this day, pretty much the same store. So we knew we wanted to really.
You guys had a brand idea.
Yeah, brand idea, and we really wanted to understand where the cap is, because we had no idea.
What niche are you guys in?
Home improvement, like kitchen.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we really wanted to understand how to make it consistent, how to scale it further, you know, basically understand where the limit is, so we can say, all right, we know how to do this, let's do it with product X, Y, and Z, or in other markets. So that's what we wanted to know for the most part.
Yeah, also interesting to say, the first and only priority of ours throughout the whole process of finding the best coach was to find somebody that could clarify what the structure should be in order not to in order to exploit to maximum the content, the opportunities, but maybe not to like excessively and too fast go to ad fatigue and so on, things that we so to say were not quite sure how to achieve.
A coach, we were very happy with him, but he left. So after that came our current coach, Philip.
Made things change, yeah. So,
Yeah, he's amazing.
OG. I know Philip since one of my first time I went to Dubai. So this 2020. He was the first drop shipper, Dutch drop shipper as well. I met in Dubai, like classic at the 5 Palm Hotel. Like,
No way.
yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, bro, this was crazy because I was there like I was like a baby boy, but I did some good numbers here in the Netherlands, and I had a couple YouTube videos. So if you did e-com in the Netherlands, you had seen me maybe here and there. Yeah. So I go to Dubai for the first time, and I had like one good friend from the UK. He had his birthday party. Then he left. I was like, okay, let me stay just one more day, you know. And then I met randomly Philip there, and he said, "Yeah, I'm also drop shipping. I've seen you, and I live now in Dubai." And then he started talking about all the tax opportunities that come with it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like a world opened up to me, you know. And I've spent a lot of time with him during the crazy COVID time with drop shipping, bro. Everyone was making huge fucking money, man. And so he's been in the game for a while, and I think you guys have seen also from being coached by him that
He knows everything.
He knows what he's.
We ask him something, he answering right away. Like he's amazing guy and super cool as well. So
how did it go once you guys started being helped by Philip?
Exponential growth, I'd say. I mean, like the growth we're talking about here is all in the past 3 months. We're fighting a bunch of, you know, issues, PayPal, you know, store bugging here and there, like not knowing how to do the ads like how to not kill them super quickly. So he came in, gave us a good structure, helped us out with, you know, how to manage cash flows, how to manage everything.
How to safeguard the momentum also.
Yeah. And I mean, since then, so when we started with him, we were doing probably, I don't know, per month. Maybe it was a 40, 50K a month.
Yeah.
So something like this. And yeah, in the span of 3 months, last month we just did 185K in the same store. And this month we're on track to hit at least 300, we hope. Yeah, so.
Congrats to you guys, because that's, you know, like after the hard work, and then now by the end of this year, you guys know, okay, we have something that we can build for the long run, right? Because this is with the same like product idea you guys had initially in the beginning.
Yeah, we keep reinvesting. We keep reinvesting a lot. Like we did before coming here, the day before, we did a professional video shoot, you know, with a famous guy in the niche. We reinvested in the store because we want to make it super branded, super clean. So we're really doing our best to be able to grow.
Yeah, so let me get into how you guys do it in a second. What I want to know first is, of course, before doing this 185K and now almost going to 300K, what was the moment, let's say in the past 3 months, that it clicked and that all of a sudden you guys, okay, now we have momentum, now something is happening, and what changed, because people, this is the real value people want to know.
From my perspective, maybe it was the approach to the whole marketing system. So we found a thing that could elevate, so to say, from that point, and legitimate, not so elevate, but legitimate the potential of the product, also to legitimate how the product really could work to the customer, giving these value added which is presented on the website.
So like bringing forward the unique selling points very carefully in the website and in the ads, or?
Yeah, and also find a way, so to say, to pose this USP in the ads via different, so to say, methods.
Different ad style, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, yeah.
So in what ad style would you say right now compared to before?
Before it used to be mainly voiceovers with generic clips, where now we try to do as much as we can with real people clipping it up,
Make it stand out.
yeah.
Yeah, also people that are, so to say, some kind of knowledge with their recognized.
Yeah.
What did you guys learn the most from before those 3 months that you guys started? Of course, you have a lot of ups and downs. Something small works, then a failure hit again. Then you try something, it doesn't work. Because now you guys are at the point that you can see, okay, this, what we're doing now, it's working. So what did you learn from those months leading up to where you guys are at right now?
Maybe from my
Or maybe what went wrong, what did you do wrong that you can share, like?
Yeah, maybe from my perspective, not to be quite emotional day by day, so not observing daily results.
Big one.
Yeah, this was something that I was something that's has driven me to like irrelevant process of immense overthinking. Is it the most or is it the best way, so to say, to play the game like this?
Should I look at it like in terms of emotions, like you day by day you look at the results and you're like, oh fuck, I have to change everything around, this is not good, like or can you give me an example of what you mean exactly so people can learn from
Yeah,
it?
it resembles, for example, it took me maybe months to grasp that you shouldn't decide regarding the potential of a creative just with 1 or 2 days. You shouldn't look at the data in such kind of a limited time frame. Yeah, short time frame. And I suppose this is something that gave us the means to maintain the tempo, because the thing that from my personal perspective went to another level was the testing process.
How went the testing process to another level?
I mean, before we pretty much had like different campaigns. We thought it was more about like structure of campaigns, let's try this campaign, that campaign, mix it up all the time and look at really short time frames. And as he said, like we look at one ad and we expect it to do everything just because we thought it's nice. Whereas now we understand it's more of a, combination between stuff. Like people get hit multiple times with a couple different ads. And before we think, this is the killer ad, they see it once, they buy. And it's
No.
Yeah.
Because you can get also a bit paralyzed by your own, because you yourself, you are so deep into the woods that you sometimes you get too much attached to something you've created. It can be a creative or a new product that you're launching and you're thinking this has to be it, but you are not the one to decide what the market wants.
And it keeps us from, wanting to change stuff that, like, whether it's scaling, decreasing, killing ads.
So now you guys, you test also more based on competitor analysis, seeing what's working for other brands, and then, okay, it's working for them, let's just test it, even if we ourselves maybe don't fully know if it's gonna work, or how should I look about the testing structure?
And playing around with lengths also, you know, because we only used to do these long videos where we say, which I think is maybe a common mistake for beginners, we want to say everything about the product in one ad, you know? So we make it long and it's pretty much the same ad over and over and over again.
Yeah, very, very good idea from him. So to say was to maybe enhance the funnel structure, so to enhance the way how we can retarget them, bearing in mind that what do they see in terms of how familiar are they with the product. This is something that maybe it took us a bit more time to optimize. Yeah.
So you guys are really building this into a long-term brand, or what is your guys' vision with what you're doing?
100%. We want to go, like, we want to turn this into a global store. We look at it as a, how do you say it?
Because where are you selling right now?
In Italy, we're selling. So we also have a couple of different stores in like similar markets, but our focus really these past months was to push one market to the maximum. So we see this is the right structure, this is the right funnel, these are the right offers, and then, you know, we scale so it doesn't get, our efforts don't go for nothing basically, because before we used to manage like 4 stores at once, 4 markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, maybe also to give the credit to the coach before Philip. Yeah. It can be so stated that his role was decisive because at the beginning our focus was placed on another country, similar to Spain. Yeah, it was Spain. And when he saw, so to say, the product, when we saw the structure and so on, he just said, okay, go to Italy, there is much potential and it can be maybe achieved faster. Yeah, it was quite strange to see some kind of advice given just after seeing the whole structure and the competition and so on in 2-3 days, not more to analyze.
But those are some of the best things, you know, about when you have like a coach, right? Because it breaks also maybe a like a limiting belief, or like you just need impulses, you know. Try this, do this, and you guys maybe have never thought like Italy. Maybe that would have never even crossed your guys' mind, right?
It was pretty much a backup market for us, you know. So we just kept it at like maybe at least 60 euros spend a day. Yeah, you're happy. Like if something goes wrong, we know, okay, Italy's gonna make up for the whole story. Yes. Yeah.
So can you guys talk a bit about how you feel about the millionaire commerce coaching by Philip? How was it for you? You guys, of course, now the numbers are picking up really nicely, which I'm really proud of you guys. Looking at 0 in the beginning of the year, possibly ending it with 300K a month, you know, is impressive. But yeah, just from you guys, you know, like, how was the coaching? How was the help? How was the communication? How was the knowledge that was brought across when it comes to ecom?
I mean, you can very easily like see that there's years of experience behind whoever is talking to you, which is the most important part. Because I think for every beginner, the biggest thing is analyzing too much, thinking too much. And when you have someone from the outside, like our coaches that say, switch the markets just because he's not attached to anything and he sees the broader picture, that's, I think, the most valuable thing. So
100%. I can also make kind of a parallel with the mentality in Bulgaria. In Bulgaria, when someone succeeds, he's so to say intended not to share the most valuable things, mainly in terms of connections. So keep it secret. The thing that made me the best impression, both from like the second and the third coach. The second one, I suppose it's worth also to mention. It's Kai. So they both gave us some contacts, some connections that we would, so to say, we had the right to exploit in order to go to this another level. So from my perspective, they weren't, so to say, obliged give them to give us the connections, because they were just in a role to give expertise, niche expertise, to control, and maybe just to give some critique when needed. But they, so to say, scaled up.
Yeah.
And yeah,
They wanted you guys to take steps, so they gave what worked for them, you know. But I think that's, to me, that's the best, and the best thing, and I feel that's what's needed in my position. If when it comes to how we do our coaching, give everything to the client what's needed for them to level up. Hold nothing back, because you know why should you? And I understand you very well, because there are many people that when they find something, they just want to hide it in a corner, sit on it, you know, don't share it. But I came to the realization, it's better to think from abundance, you know, because if you give, if you share, let's say you right now, you find something extremely valuable, there's a good chance that you'll tell Philip, hey Philip, have you looked at this? This can be, and that's how I've came to the level where I'm at right now, by constantly just giving. And then all of a sudden people can say, maybe it's luck. No. I get things coming my way because people want to give back. Oh, Sal, this is the newest tool. This is the newest software. And I'm like, whoa. That's how I find also a lot of talent. They just come to me, you know?
yeah, in this way of thinking, something a bit more abstract, in case more people are inclined to think likewise, maybe the word drop shipping will stop to be a dirty word, yeah, because in case you have these connections that we were given the right to acquire, yeah, throughout the process of getting to grips with things accompanied by million commerce, maybe the whole service, the dropshipping service, can be elevated and can be driven to another level. Yeah, and in this way, the Facebook comments, "This is dropshipping," won't be as relative as nowadays. So
What about like the community aspect? Did you guys also connect with others from Millionaire Commerce, or not just yet?
Not yet, to be honest. Yeah.
You guys should, really. Also, before we went into this interview, I told you guys have to try to change environment, at least for a bit of time, and connect, because it's so powerful.
Yeah.
Really, it's the most powerful thing there is, because you can basically see it as, okay, now you have one coach, but if you have multiple e-com guys within your network that you have a good relationship with, you maybe have 10 coaches around you, you know?
from my perspective, it will come naturally, because something not more popular to say is our approach, because we did this whole thing without a team. We were just together. We so to say went over every process individually, every one of us, and maybe this was the thing that somehow limited us from entering this whole community, this whole network. But now, with a little more or less push from his side, we saw that entering this community will be also a game changer. So now, ordering the priorities in another way will give us the space, the time, and also the energy, yeah, to acquire valuable connections and so on. So yeah, totally agree.
So this month, how's this month going so far? Because you say it might be a record month.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we want to achieve. Of course, now we found ourselves in a bit of a gap between the two, between Black Friday and Christmas. So we were a couple days behind with the content, which is very annoying, but now we're going to pick up like very quickly. I think we can scale much more aggressively than we even did for Black Friday, because for Black Friday, it was exponential for us, the amount we spent. And
Exactly.
we could have scaled more, but we were a bit scared to do so, because we went from 1K to almost 5K a day spend, so yeah. Now this time, I think we just want to push it to the maximum, like see what's possible.
Yeah.
How do you guys now think overall about this? Like, what's your feeling? Because when you guys were beginning of the year and then right now, a lot must have changed. Of course, you guys have done over 6 figures a month. Numbers are coming in. Like, what does it feel like now to finally have found the real start of the success that maybe you guys have been longing for a much longer of period of time?
I think that's the most valuable thing. It's not really the we've spoken about this with him. It's not the like figures you see on the screen. It's not the actual money, but like you feel like you have something which has crazy potential, and it just clicks that this is my thing. This is how I'm gonna grow. Right? Purpose, and I think for a man that's the most important thing you can have. So
Also, during our conversation, we constantly discuss how autonomous this can be. You're not dependent on anybody practically. So this is also a thing that yeah, freedom, exactly.
freedom and scalability. Like I think the roof is where you put it.
It's like a game that you decide how to play it yourself.
Yeah,
There's no set strategy, not one strategy that works. There are many different ways, and that's what I love about it.
I think that's the main thing to like take away from it, because even we thought in the beginning, what's the one thing that works, and there is no one thing. So yeah,
That's
So, like right now, of course, well, you guys have really found the first success. So for next year, did you guys set any goals yet?
next year the biggest goal I think is hitting a million a month. That's, at least in my perspective, that's the goal. That's what we want to do, because
I love it because you guys are thinking big, you know?
we want to keep scaling. We want to do
You
different
could
markets.
also say, let's scale to 400K, 500K a month, because that's rational thinking, right?
But we're gonna hit it this month probably.
Yeah.
So, because 300 is the bottom line. Like we're exactly on track with like what I'm telling you. We're not even prepared with like all the creative stuff, and we're perfectly on track to hit the 300.
only 130. And
Yeah, exactly. So
I think what I noticed from talking with you guys, what people also want to know from is, within 1 year, you guys really became like mature entrepreneurs. Also, how you guys are talking about how you do business. Also, in the second year, wanting to go to a million a month. You don't say that if you don't really know what you're doing. So, how did this go? Because I think you guys evolved a lot during this year. So, how can someone that is watching right now, how should they look at it? Because maybe they are now watching this interview and thinking, man, maybe they were already good entrepreneurs before, or maybe like, can you share a bit about that? Or maybe it's your guys' relationship that you guys keep each other accountable.
that thing for sure, because
yeah, very well posed. Yeah,
we're
without
both
knowing. Huh?
huge overthinkers. So
Yeah.
all the time we want to find out what's wrong, what could be the reason we're not happy. Because like he said, we used to look at it day by day, just the results. But I think for most people watching this, that's the biggest takeaway is try to get started. Try to learn as much as you can, and just do it. Don't do it perfect from the beginning. Just start. And start learning from there.
Also take risks maybe, because the thing with the ad spend and these numbers that are not quite imaginable at the beginning is something that so to say adds stress and tension to the whole process. But maybe having really, this is important that you've mentioned, having somebody to have the conversation with and to be the second opinion of every second step is very critical. Yeah, it's very critical. Also, we have completely different strengths. This is something that it's not quite, so to say, achievable naturally. It is to the fit between us is something that, from my perspective, we are lucky with, because we just can't opt for the right partner. From
So what do you do and what do you do? Like, how do you guys divide roles within the business, or do you guys both do all the same, or how do you do it?
Similar. I think it's just different ways of thinking. Mostly, that's the biggest strength.
yeah, exactly. And something more deeper, something more niche, like an explanation. He's so to say very adaptive when it comes to like technical problems, when it comes to something that we both didn't encounter, but maybe he has the means, maybe faster to analyze these things, faster to filter out decisions. And from my perspective, I was, so to say, some kind of experienced in logistics, and this was something that I could add value in the process at the beginning. Yeah, and this is it. The other things,
He's a very hard worker. That's also like one thing to note. I think the best thing any guy can do is just take one of their friends, make sure they're hardworking, and just do it together, and you'll figure it out, I think.
But you know, this is one of the cores, I feel, also of making it within ecom. You know, you just have to be able to just put your head down and grind. In the beginning, it's messy. Often, you know, you just have to push through it. It's funny because yesterday, one of my personal shoppers, he came here, you know, with some nice new clothes and whatnot. But I've given him so many clients because so many people here from the Netherlands, they went through my program, they're now making money, they want to buy some nice clothes. So he says, I'm not even into business, but I notice they aren't even per se the smartest guys, but they're workers, you know, they're work, you know, and that's what really what I, yeah, right?
No, so when you ask, like, if someone watching this in the beginning is getting overwhelmed by what he hears from us, that's what we feel when we hear it from you. So I think the thing is just get started.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's why, to me, the word just commitment, you know, if you just tell yourself, okay, we're going to do this shit, no matter the obstacle, we're going to make it happen. That's enough, because then it doesn't even fucking matter what happens. You'll just keep going, you know?
Yeah.
and how can it not be the beginning when our strongest day is 1% of your strongest day? We're clapping here.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you have to also look at the time frame, you know, because you're also comparing your guys' level 20 with my level 90.
Exactly.
You know, because I didn't do 300K in my first year. You know, I didn't do what was it, 18K record day in my first year. So that's also how you can look at it. But I kept doubling every year, double, you know, and then you look back, because now it's been 7 years for me, you know, fucking wildest roller coaster. So imagine for you guys. So that's why I think what I want to do, I want to challenge you guys, go for that 1 million a month. And once you hit it, we do another one.
100%.
And sounds good, yeah.
I think you guys are ready for it, you know. I really think so, because the most important thing within business is having the right structure to scale on. So a lot of the beginning e-com entrepreneurs, they scale so quick with not having a structure that at some point things crash down. Too many holds, didn't care about the product quality, a lot of backlash, and then they have to dip and then rebuild. But when the structure is there, foundation is there, and you take it more seriously, you can scale very clean. That's also why right now I have been doing over 7 figures a month since the beginning of 2023. So that's now almost 3 years in a row. I've done more than, I've never missed, you know, and that came because in the year leading up to that, I had a lot of things go wrong and I missed structure. I laid the foundation and see where it can take you, you know. So I think it's that for you guys, plus this vision, you know. That's so important to, okay, where's the potential? You say, okay, million a month, so it doesn't come falling out of the sky. You guys have seen, okay, we are doing almost 300K in Italy. What if we grab Netherlands, Germany, USA, Australia, right? You can just do the maths. So I think that's how you guys have to look at it. Now go like really on this domination mode. And I think the best thing was not straight away taking everything global, make one market work, perfect it.
And this is one product.
Wow, yeah. It's amazing, man. So yeah, is there anything you guys want to share that we haven't touched on that about your guys' journey?
The biggest takeaway is just don't get discouraged, whether it's bad results or just your own expectations, not meeting them sometimes. That's completely normal because, for example, for us, we hit like 10K days multiple times before hitting our 100K month. You know?
Yeah, totally.
So
Totally.
it's and we were well on track to do so, but there's always an obstacle, so you can't hit it, even though like you hit big numbers. So last month, for example, our goal was 100K for the whole month, and we did 185. So obviously you can surpass it, you know.
Yeah.
I fucking love it, man. Do you any of your friends know you guys are doing these numbers, or is it's low key?
Nobody in my circle, so.
I try to be open about it. I mean, for me, it's, you know, it's, I want to inspire people to do the same. I don't understand, for example, my brother as well, we have a 3-year difference. I'm telling him, quit, start doing this, please, I'll teach you, you know. I don't understand why someone would not be doing this.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing for me.
that's why it's good you guys came along, you know, to inspire, because that's what it's about. Yes, guys, thanks for watching this interview. For sure, as you saw just now, I challenged them because 1 million in a month has to come, and I think then I want to run it up in Dubai, because you guys have to come, because I know one of their next level ups is by changing their environment. So make sure you like the video. A lot of value has been shared, more to come. And lastly, if you want to sit in their position, you have to take action. You know, nothing in this life comes falling out of the sky. They have sacrificed a lot. I've sacrificed a lot. And the future goals we are all going to hit will all be a result of sacrifice as well. So see you guys very soon. Ciao.